name is Harry Dunkwu, and this is a tutorial on character model sheet design and how I go about it. So let me just quickly open ZBrush to show you what I did. So I created this character I call Efiko, and I used the drawings. I first of all made the drawings in Photoshop. As you can see, I'm using the drawings as guide. The one you see right now is the front view, and turning over to this side, you see the side view. So without these two drawings, I wouldn't have been able to get the precise measurements and precise design of this 3D character. So let's quickly go to Photoshop so that I can explain how I came about this drawing. Okay, so over here in Photoshop, by the way, I use a MacBook Pro, but the user interface is pretty much the same, so except that when I say command I mean control, so you get the idea. Alright, now this is the Photoshop file. I believe we are familiar with the Photoshop interface because this is not a tutorial that shows you how to use Photoshop. This is assuming that you already have basic knowledge in the use of Photoshop. So this is, I did his front view, and side view of his backpack, his front view and his side view. So we're just going to take off the side view of his backpack and his side view, and I'll just quickly do a drawing to show you how I go about this. By the way, you need to know how to draw first and foremost, because if you do not know how to draw, you won't be able to design a character properly. So, but this is not a tutorial on how to draw, so I'm also assuming that you know how to draw. Alright, so drawing the front view is the most important, because from the front view you can get the side view and the back. Alright, now so let's just dive in. I like to use a tilted brush. I downloaded this from the web. If you want it, I can send it to you, and I tilt it at this particular angle to give me a brush pencil like effect. Alright, so I just change this to black and white by pressing D, and I have a pencil. Alright, so we're just going to do more of rough sketch than detailed drawings. You can always go in later to clean up your drawings, but for now let's just by the way, I have animals, like I have pets, dogs, so if you hear dog barks, pardon me, and I think you can hear the birds making noise in the background. I guess we are animal lovers in this environment. Alright, now let's go back to the drawing. I created a new layer. We're just going to do a rough sketch of the side view. This is a live demonstration, so I'm not going to speed up anything. I just want you to see how to go about this in a quick manner. So his nose, then we have his lip. Now I'm using these lines. As you can see, these lines, I projected these lines to show the top of his head to different parts of his body. This is the eyebrow line, this is the ear line, this is the chin line, the shoulder line, the elbow line, the waist, knee. You get the idea. So if you follow the lines, we're basically using all the information from this guy, projecting all that information to this view. So we have his upper lip and let's just draw his lower lip, and then his jaw, his chin should be somewhere here. Okay, now this is, his lips are too big. Let's apply a pressure sensitivity to the brush and eraser. So we have his lip here, his chin here, and then his jawline goes this way. Don't worry too much about the getting the exact details. Just try to follow the guides and do a rough sketch first of all. So this is his ear. Alright, now his eyes of course are on this line, so I'm just going to quickly do the eyes. When looking at the eye from the side view, it has this shape, and then we have his glasses, and then his glasses move along this line to his ear. Alright, now we have his lip coming down, because he's kind of like a droopy character. One thing you need to think about in character design is personality. So when you're doing your character model sheet, you want to add that personality to your design, such that whoever is going to model knows where to put when they're doing the topology design of the character. They know if it's the kind of character that likes to frown a lot, they're going to model the character in such a way that his eyebrows can create wrinkle marks when he frowns, those kind of things. Alright, so this is more like a droopy, smart, geeky character. This is his neck. This is the back of his head coming down this way. You can always go back to correct these things, but I just want you to see how I go about designing this in Photoshop. So we have his eyebrow, that's the eyebrow line. Just follow the eyebrow like that. Then we have, now we are going to loosen up the sketch a bit to get the body. Now if you need to know your anatomy. Like, I don't need to say that, like I sound like it's keeping record right now, telling you the same thing over and over again. You need to know anatomy, because I don't care if you are doing a character design of Bugs Bunny or Mickey Mouse. Those characters were designed with proper knowledge in animal anatomy, but since we're dealing with human anatomy, you need to know human anatomy. Alright, now this is a young boy, so that means his head will be bigger than his body. Alright, I don't want to go into the details of all of that, but you get the idea. So this is his waist. Now the body goes this way and this way, so that the back goes this way, an S curve, while the front tends to go this way, like a C, a reverse C curve. Alright, so now he's standing upright. Now in order for a character to stand upright, you need to ensure that the pit of the neck, if you draw a straight line down from the pit of the neck to his toe, his ankle should fall somewhere, maybe not exactly on that line, but close to the line. So now that means his ankle, his leg, means this is not even correct. Now feel free to make mistakes and erase them. Alright, sorry. So let's do the sketch properly again. And now he has very thin legs, so that's his leg. Now his knee is around here, so let's just draw that again to get the exact location of the knee. Alright, so something like that. So that's his knee. Then his the calves of his leg come from the back. Sorry, yeah, comes from the back like that. Now if you notice something, I am not drawing his legs like this. I'm not drawing his legs with curves like this. Now the reason why you don't want to draw your legs with curves, like draw parts of the body, like you don't want to do character design that way, is because you will be disputing straights and curves. There's something called straights. You have a straight line, and then you have a curve. The